Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here. I want to begin this presentation with the end. By the end of this evening, no matter what your field of expertise is, each and every one of you will be able to say, yes, I can. So high-performance computing enables us to reach what was thought to be unreachable, to develop products that make our lives easier and safer, to find cures to today's worst diseases, and to protect our existence in the world. The demand put on high-performance compute and storage systems continue to increase, driving companies and users to collaborate more, to innovate faster and faster. We are witnessing numerous technology developments that aim to solve today's bottlenecks and to get us closer to exascale performance. And we can definitely take advantage of exascale systems already today for artificial intelligence, for national security, for human brain mapping, and many more applications. Maybe in the future, brain mapping will be as simple as that. Yep, it looks like my brain. Compute and storage platforms are going through a technology transition. The old CPU-centric architecture does not enable us to scale or to run complex simulations. We and the entire high-performance computing community are working in an amazing collaboration to enable compute everywhere. Compute in the CPU, compute in the storage, and compute in the network. The new generation of InfiniBand solutions deliver for the first time in-network computing, enabling data algorithms to be managed and executed in the network itself. This dramatically accelerates application performance and enables us to find data insights in real time. For example, if I wanted to give you insights from here and now, it will be something like 6 times the word compute has been said so far, 13 slides we've been through, and 7 missed calls from my mom. Sorry, 8. Mellanox Connect X5 and Switch IB2, the fastest, most advanced 100 gigabit InfiniBand solutions, enable us to build smart, high-performance computing platforms. Platforms that accelerate communication performance by 10x, allowing users to gain compute capabilities not just from the CPU, but also from the network, resulting in higher application performance and lower cost of ownership. We are entering the world of compute everywhere, the era of network computing. We are proud to be part of the leading high-performance computing platforms worldwide. From the fastest supercomputer in the world, which connects nearly 41,000 nodes and more than 10 million cores, a great proof of our scalability, reliability, robustness, and resiliency of our products. To our many platforms in automotive sector, oil and gas, climate research, and more. Mellanox solutions will continue to deliver the highest performance, ensuring backwards and forward compatibility, which is crucial to the users to be able to run their applications on past and future platforms in exactly the same way. In addition, our solutions will migrate more processing to the network. We're proud to be the interconnect of choice to connect future generation of HPC systems that will lead the world in performance in the coming years. We have a guest here who can talk about the need for in-network computing.
Thanks, Eyal.
Great to have you on board with us. So thank you for coming. You know, as someone that closely monitors the usage of different technologies, how do you see the usage of high-speed interconnect today and in the future?
Well, it's an excellent question, and I can give you past, present, and future. We started Intersect 360 Research as a new analyst company 10 years ago now, and in that year, clusters were a dominant paradigm relatively recently in HPC, and that brought about the need for these high-performance processor interconnects to get data delivered to them more quickly. That was a pervasive need even 10 years ago. And in 2007, InfiniBand became the predominant high-performance interconnect fabric, and that's carried through into today when, as we get to more diversity of even higher performance types of processor interconnects, Mellanox is now not only participating in the different standards that talk about how you're going to get data to those processors so that they can do their job, but also pushing bandwidth to new levels. You've got a new suite of end-to-end 200 gigabit per second products, and that really carries forward into the future, because if you're going to keep scaling this, we're so used to this compute-based mindset of how many cores or how many flops, but if you're not actually feeding into that machine, then you're just dropping the compute infrastructure on the floor.
Yep. So, in-network computing is aimed to overcoming the new performance bottleneck in order to enable us to move closer to exascale computing. How do you see that?
Right. As you go toward exascale, it really introduces a complete new paradigm, because you're now ganging together so many of these computational elements that you have to address the question not only of when do you need to, or how do you get data to the processors more quickly, but maybe you don't need to move them that far. And this is something we deal with in our everyday lives. Anytime we have hierarchical decision making, you don't have to go all the way up to the CEO to say, can we order sandwiches for lunch in the staff meeting, right? You want to push decisions down locally wherever you can. And if we can make those decisions closer to where the data already is when it's appropriate, then it really improves the system-wide performance as we scale up and up.
Okay. Thank you very much, Edison. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Our InfiniBand solutions within network computing capabilities ensure the highest application performance versus competing products. We have demonstrated 50% higher application performance, ensuring the best system productivity and return on investment. InfiniBand leads in the lowest cost per application performance and lowest cost per solution. According to recent publication of the cost per application rating benchmark, InfiniBand enables up to 30% lower cost per application rating versus competitive products. Earlier this year, we announced the new Bluefield product line. Bluefield brings further intelligence and programmability to network devices. Bluefield incorporates leading ConnectX-5 adapter with multiple 64-bit ARM cores and a PCI Express Gen 4 switch, enabling our customers to build efficient security, storage, and machine learning applications. Now that's machine learning. Moreover, with the ARM standard ARM cores, our users can program their own algorithms with Bluefield to innovate, gain a competitive advantage, and technology leadership. We have a guest here who can talk about the future of intelligent interconnect solutions. So in addition to being one of the founders of Mellanox, please share with us the future of the data center interconnect is an intelligent future. In network computing, what drives that need?
Well, first of all, we live in the world of data. Internet of Things generates a lot of data, and we need to operate and process this data in order to make real-time decisions. Like today, we don't think about where to turn on the junction, we ask Waze. So the processing becomes data-centric instead of compute-centric. And this data-centric architecture enables much more efficient machine learning and neural network technologies that are inspired by the human brain. And we are working with NVIDIA and IBM and other partners to enable these technologies.
Let me fix this for a second.
Oh, thank you.
Now it's straight. So what do we envision for the future of data center architectures?
So again, the data center architecture becomes not just programming a single Van Neumann machine. We are talking about data center scale algorithms that are being executed on the huge data center. And the network actually connects multiple elements, be it storage elements, general purpose computing, or acceleration. So data center becomes one huge computer, artificial intelligence machine. And integration of various compute and storage and accelerator elements, that's what network is doing. Last but not least, our life is going to be more and more dependent on the data center, and therefore security becomes a very hot topic. The Bluefield technology that you mentioned before, not only it enables the programming the network, it also designed to deliver the most secure network out there.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Great having you on board. So Mellanox was the first to announce 40 gigabit QDR InfiniBand and to connect the world's first petaflop system at Los Alamos National Laboratory. We were the first with 56 gigabit FDR InfiniBand and 100 gigabit EDR InfiniBand. We accelerate the world's first 100 petaflop system, the fastest supercomputer in the world today. And we enable productive and efficient HPC, high-performance computing infrastructures at any scale, and we are paving the road to exascale computing together with you. We have two guests here who can speak about how collaboration with Mellanox enables their institutions to advance their research. Welcome on stage. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Thanks.
So, Werner, we were excited to help you build the leading supercomputer in Africa. How important is the system?
Yeah, this system is very important for South Africa. The system was very necessary for our country, and when we installed it, well, what was it, a few months ago?
Yep.
And it represents a key research enabling resource, not only for South Africa, but for the whole Southern African region.
Okay. And Mike, we have been working together for a long time now, enabling multiple generations of supercomputers. How has the collaboration with Mellanox helped foster research in your university?
Really, the extreme levels of performance for MPI applications. First with our very early FDR deployment, and now with EDR. And in addition, we're starting to take advantage of some of your 25 gigabit Ethernet product to really accelerate our IP networking and our data delivery.
Okay. So, Werner, what were the main reasons to choose InfiniBand Interconnect for your supercomputer?
Well, you know, we had to install a cluster that is of use for the general purpose that we need in our country. And we had to look at diverse applications for a variety of scientific domains. We have to have a stable system for continuous utilization, and we also had to support efficient scaling of a variety of applications. And of course, Mellanox's InfiniBand established a track record for this, while providing an effective solution for these requirements. So it also helps South Africa to maintain and further establish, or the CHPC, to establish its leadership role in HPC in the country and the region.
I'm sure it's also going to be very resilient in the future, as we are in many other places. Yep. And Mike, what were your reasons?
Really the ecosystem behind some of the Mellanox products. We've got an established world of MPI libraries, application support, several parallel file systems, and most recently some of your additional products like the IP gateways or the InfiniBand range extenders have really helped us attain that kind of data center flexibility we need for our deployments.
Okay, thank you, Werner and Mike. Great having you on stage with us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about what you can do.
Hi can teach. Hi can cure. Hi can inspire. Hi can predict. Hi can excite. Hi can challenge. Hi can entertain. Hi can secure. Hi can protect. Hi can guard. Hi can bond. Hi can reassure. Mellanox presents the new generation of high data speed, HDR 200 gigabit per second InfiniBand, so that anyone working on medical solutions, space and weather research, aviation, homeland security, and even games, content, and movies will be able to say, yes, I can.
So, on this stage, I am proud to announce the next generation data speed. I am proud to present 200 gigabit HDR InfiniBand technology. HDR InfiniBand will enable you to say, yes, I can. Yes, I can predict weather faster and more accurately. Yes, I can find cure to the world's worst diseases. Yes, I can make the world safer. HDR will enable faster data delivery and data analysis to run more complex simulations at a faster pace to build the more efficient supercomputers and the next generation of intelligent platforms that will help us make better decisions all the time. High-performance computing, big data, machine learning, data analytics, risk assessment, protection, cloud computing, Web 2.0, and storage applications all require higher data throughput to handle the growing amounts of data. Oh, it's much more than this. That's more like it. HDR InfiniBand will empower the new generation of HPC leadership systems worldwide and enable the next generation of machine learning platforms. InfiniBand, as a standard technology, ensures backwards and forward compatibility, guarantees that the same software can be used on any generation of hardware, and enable users to protect their past investments while looking forward to their future deployments. InfiniBand is used in many of the largest scale compute and storage infrastructures around the world, and is proven to be robust, reliable, and highly scalable. We have a great guest here who can speak firsthand on the need for 200 gigabit HDR InfiniBand. Hi, buddy.
Very good to see you.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
Great to have you here with us. Thank you for coming. So we're very happy to work with Oak Ridge National Lab on the Coral project. Can you share with us the importance of the project to the lab?
So As you know, the Coral collaboration was a collaboration of Oak Ridge, Argonne, and Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory to deliver 3 pre-exascale systems. Oak Ridge and Livermore both selected systems built through a collaboration of IBM, NVIDIA, and Mellanox to be delivered next year. When these systems will be delivered, they will be among the world's most powerful machines. And the systems are absolutely critical to the missions of the Department of Energy and to the science, the energy, the science, and national security problems, and for U.S. competitiveness.
So how important is HDR InfiniBand technology for Coral?
Well, at ORNL, we see HDR as a very important technology for the Summit system. Summit has very fat nodes with more than 40 teraflops of performance and half a terabyte of memory per node. So HDR InfiniBand gives us the very high bandwidth we need to address some of our most important applications. For example, a lot of computational chemistry and material science work is dominated by communications bandwidth and the collective operations, so the in-network computing that we need to be able to do. HDR doubles the interconnect bandwidth, and the switch-based collective operations dramatically improve the performance of these collectives for our applications. The bandwidth will be almost an order of magnitude faster than what we see in Titan today. The increased performance of the collectives will decrease the communication time of our applications, our codes, to 20 to 30% of what we see today, so dramatically faster. Another application area that's important today and growing even more important every day is machine learning. We hear about that every day. To distribute these applications and these algorithms across a machine the size of Summit requires lots and lots of bandwidth between the nodes. Summit will have more than 25,000 GPUs and over 6 petabytes of total system memory. This will be the world's most powerful deep learning machine. Another feature of the Mellanox HDR switches is the high number of ports per switch, the higher radix count. And this reduces the number of these big director class switches that we have, saving really valuable floor space, letting us put more compute cabinets without having to have as much infrastructure to support it. So it saves that space in our computer center. Finally, the file system of Summit will also be connected to our InfiniBand network. It will link all of the various machines. The file system will have a capacity of 250 petabytes and a bandwidth of 2.5 terabytes per second. This file system will serve all the major systems in the Oak Ridge Leadership Computing Facility, and by using HDR, we can reduce the complexity of the network linking all of these systems by reducing the number of cables, reducing the number of switches, and improving the reliability and resiliency of the system. So Al, you can see we're very excited about HDR for the Summit system.
Yeah, so we look very much forward to working with you and making this a reality. Thank you very much for joining us, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. So HDR accelerates our path to exascale. And today, here at Supercomputing 2016, we're proud to announce groundbreaking product. protecting your investments. Connect X6 will be the world's fastest and smartest network adapter, delivering 200 gigabit per second speed with an end-to-end latency of 600 nanoseconds. An advanced in-network computing adapter that enables native RDMA, offloads MPI operations such as collective communication, tag matching, and the entire MPI rendezvous protocol, and much, much more. Connect X6 will integrate in-network memory, enabling applications with a fast and efficient access to critical data. It supports PCI Express Gen 3 and PCI Express Gen 4 interfaces, therefore future-proofing your data center. It includes our multi-host technology and a PCI Express switch, which enables cost-efficient data center architectures. Multi-host has been adopted already by multiple OEMs that have demonstrated their solutions this week. To complete the 200 gigabit end-to-end connectivity, we are proud to announce an additional groundbreaking line of products. I am proud to announce our new LinkX 200 gigabit copper and silicon photonics optical cables, ranging up to 2,000 meters. LinkX cables will enable highly reliable and resilient 200 gigabit compute and storage infrastructures. Connect X6, Quantum, and the LinkX family, copper and optical cables, completes a full end-to-end, reliable, robust, resilient, and scalable 200 gigabit HDR solution. Mellanox is always thinking a generation ahead. Even as we are announcing the 200 gigabit generation today, we already are started planning the next generation to deliver 400 gigabit per second, and even 1 terabit per second. Mellanox interconnect solutions based on the InfiniBand and Ethernet standards enable our customers to connect previous generations to future generations seamlessly with any processor architecture: x86, ARM, Power, FPGA, GPU, and more. And adding intelligence to the interconnect while using the same software ensures continuous business operation and competitive advantage. I want to thank all of you for joining us here at Supercomputing 2016. We are proud to work with you, with our customers and partners, to deliver next-generation technology to provide you with a competitive advantage. We look forward to moving ahead with you at top speed and enable you to proudly say, "Yes, I can." Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you very much.